Good morning, guys. How are you? This is Ricky Jesse.
And this is Quentin Figueroa.
We just right now had a little revelation of living in the now. And just a little background, the past year, we went through some things that really changed our lives. My mother passed away, my best friend passed away, and I got a bacteria in my foot, and they had to cut a piece of it. And but now, right now, we're thinking about it. All those were, I don't like to call them lessons, but it's, I guess, a part of you having a contract with the universe.
Yeah, you could kind of see it, not as a lesson. It's like an experience. And it's like, kind of like you're saying, like living in the now. That's what we're talking about, is living in the current moment. It's a way to kind of pull you into the current moment and let you work with it and kind of understand your power, understand your strength. And it helps you kind of experience life to the fullest in a way.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I was standing there doing things in the kitchen, and I just had like a revelation of the now. And I'm like, we've experienced so much in our house. Like, we bought our house, we moved here from California, and it's just crazy because we've created all of this. We've created a beautiful home, the environment. We've helped people. My parents used to live here with us, which I'm thankful for because I had my mom around for a while, and I was able to connect with her more. And then we had several dogs, two dogs that passed away, Pinto and Zeus. And then now we found our dog in the park. Her name is Happy. And it's just amazing because I was just reflecting on that. And I felt like, wow, this is like a beautiful moment right now, even though we've gone through all that we've gone through. And so, and of course, I want to kudos to my Golden Girls. Because they always take me out of my,
Yeah, it's like you don't have to let what's going on in the world currently take you down. Like Abraham Hicks always says, it's don't let like the outside world choose how you feel. How you feel determines the outside world. It's
exactly.
like everything's downstream
Your vibration.
How you feel. So it's like if you just live in the moment and no matter what's being thrown at you, whether you want to call it good or bad, it doesn't matter because you can feel good. No matter what, it's free to feel good.
It's
right?
up to you. You go to a better feeling thought. One of the things I do a lot is like when I'm feeling real down or something is bothering me, I go to a better feeling thought. And usually it's the beach. When we used to go to the beach
Sure.
and do all those things in California, it was just so easy for us to drive to the beach.
Something like, of course. So like I used to listen to, certain like news events and stuff, like you might say like political stuff or whatever. And it's weird because a lot of the times that stuff
brings you down.
It brings you down. And it's like you can listen to it. And just because it's true, if it is, doesn't mean you need to pay attention to it. Because something can be true and uncomfortable. Something can be true and something you don't need to put any time into. So it's like if it's just because it's true doesn't mean you need to feel bad about it or waste your time on it. You could spend your whole life looking for true things that make you feel bad, and then you'll be like, oh wow, I lived my life feeling bad the entire time, but it was because it was on true stuff. It's like, it doesn't really matter. It's like, why wouldn't you just focus on something that feels better? And it's like, it doesn't have to be true or not. You just need to focus on...
Well, the thing is that depending on the environment we grew up in, like your parents always watch the news. The first thing they do in the morning is turn on the news and hear all the political stuff and everything.
Yeah.
My mom didn't have the time to do that in the mornings, but when we were in Arizona, she would do it. And I was like, I don't want to hear the news. I just want to hear the traffic. And I gave up on the news years back, even before I met you, I think.
Yeah, well, because
I wouldn't watch the news because it's so negative and so
then it
sad.
makes you take a view on things.
And then you start feeling that way.
Why do I even want to get involved in this? Like, why do I even want to go there if I could just do something I enjoy and spend my time doing that?
But I remember when I met you, though, you used to say you wanted to become a political figure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And run for the Senate and blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
And I had that aspirations at one point.
Yeah.
But now the way the government is, it's so like, I don't even like to get into details about that. It's like people thinking, that are political figures, all they do is fight. Why can't we live in peace?
So anyway, it doesn't matter.
But, right now, like in the moment of now, like we went to the park for an hour, we walked our dog, and it was such a beautiful morning. And those beautiful mornings happen a lot to us.
They're there every morning.
Yeah, every morning.
It's
Why?
available every morning.
Because we give out that, and we're not saying, we live a perfect life, but it's beautiful to be in an environment when it's like you're living in the now.
Living in the now and turning your environment into an enjoyable place, because there's always an enjoyable part to it. So just like focus on the things you enjoy where you are, and it just
and you'll get more of it. You'll get more of how you're feeling. If you're feeling happy and you're going to the store and you're always thinking, there's not gonna be parking. When you're feeling good, for some reason, and like Esther Hicks says, there's a front row seat in the parking lot, and everything just falls into place. And it's a beautiful experience. I'm not going to say that, I don't get grouchy sometimes.
And then, in a way you could almost say, because I agree that is true. So it's like, if if a lot of things aren't falling into place, and if it's always like,
take a look at
this crappy thing, this sucks. It's like, well then, maybe there's something else going on too that's trying to tell you.
That you need to change. It's your vibration that needs to be
and we know
directed somewhere else.
We know that because if we're like angry about something, a lot of times other bad stuff will start happening to us if we're in a bad mood.
Exactly.
And we know that happens, and conversely, when we're in a good mood, a lot of the times things just start lining up and you get some momentum, and it's like, oh wow, look at, like, this is happening too. Like, wow, this is amazing. So
like right now we have our dog in training, Happy, and it's so crazy because the trainer said something that we do a lot. Goes, you gotta redirect her focus, her action. And I go, you mean her energy? And it's true. It's the same with humans. You gotta redirect your energy to feeling better, because if not, you're gonna have a day. When people say, "Oh, I'm having a bad day," guess what? You can have a good day.
Yeah.
And
it's like your dog is over there like barking at something, and you're like, stop barking, and and you start pulling the dog, and it goes more, right? It's like feeding more from that rather than just going another direction, redirecting the energy elsewhere.
And that's what you need to do with yourself.
Yeah, because we do exactly.
Yeah,
we're doing
because
the same thing.
if you keep like feeling that way, you're putting the energy out there. Guess what? You're gonna get some of the same energy. It's happened to me at the stores, at Walmart.
Well, and it's because we live in a universe of attraction. So like whatever you put energy on just grows. So it's always growing from your energy.
And just like the, men and women are the same way, us or whatever. It's like we're thinking, we always attract. They break up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and they're like, the next person's gonna be the same. Guess what? Because at that point you're looking at the body and how they look instead of looking for how you feel towards a person.
If we want to talk about that, my relationship kind of thing is, people want to find like a good relationship, right? And it's like, well, how do I find a good person? Well, likeness attracts likeness, so you need to be a good person. You need to be what you're looking for, and then that will just naturally come to you. And people are going to attract what they are.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I see a lot of relationships working.
And that's what happened between us.
Yeah.
That's how we attracted each other.
Likeness attracts likeness.
We just it's like a magnet. You just get in that you click.
And the thing is, though, I think with that, if people have a lot of, say, bad habits, you're going to attract people with bad habits. And that's, I think, why you see kind of a lot of this, like you're saying, where people will repeat and jump from relationship to relationship with kind of the same people with these habits and traits, and wondering what's going on, but yet they themselves kind of have those same traits too.
Yeah, and that's like with me, we're a perfect example. You know, people didn't want us to be together while you're family, but it was like at the end of the day, we're like we didn't care. We're just like we knew what we had, and we attracted each other, and we thought the same way in very different ways, but at the same time, and that's how we came to be, and it was like amazing.
Oh yeah.
15 years later,
Yeah.
you know, we have a house, we have everything we need. And of course, you know, it's not wrong to want more, and not want, desire more. And it's wonderful, you know.
That's like kind of the way this world works, right? It's like you create a desire and then you kind of work and fulfill it. And it's like you just keep eternally expanding and cruising along with like desire after desire, experience after experience.
But one thing though, if you really desire something and you're thinking it's not coming, keep in mind that when you're thinking that way and you're always thinking about it, you're pushing it away.
Yeah.
Because you just gotta let it be and let the universe take over and bring it to you. Because once you ask, it's already out there.
Yeah, and
It takes 17 seconds to be created.
that's kind of where that like meditation kind
Oh
of
yeah,
comes in, right?
meditation.
Because kind of like Abraham Esser and Jerry Hicks talk about, right? Like you know, step one is ask, right? And step number two is you don't do anything. That's where the universe comes in and helps create that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then step number three is you need to now kind of be open and let that come in.
Yeah, and then 4 and 5 is like the creation.
So, it's-
And the thing about it, though, one thing that, like with us, we've created all this, and a lot of people think like, oh, you shouldn't want more. You should be, you know, there's people that don't have anything, blah blah blah.
Well,
but the thing about
the
that,
planet's abundant. Like,
Exactly.
There's abundance.
There's
infinite abundance everywhere.
for everyone.
Everybody has access to the same abundance, so there's no scarcity. There's no, oh, these people don't have this. It's like, yeah, different people are in different circumstances.
And everybody can change the circumstance.
Everybody has access to the universe and infinite energy, wisdom, love. So we all have access to abundance, and that's all there ever can be is abundance.
It's like we put it out there that we wanted a dog, and we were starting to look for a dog, and we wanted certain type of dogs. Quentin wanted a Rottweiler. I wanted a...
Yeah, we did. We did kind of the thing where you start general, right? We want a dog, but then we started to, because like with any desire, you start to add more detail to it. And it feels good to add more detail a lot of the time, right? So you kind of are adding more detail, like, well, I kind of like a Rottweiler, they're cool.
But I wanted
But what if they're kind of mean or whatever?
And I wanted...
You wanted like a Jack Russell Terrier?
Yeah, a Jack Russell Terrier.
So we're kind of like adding detail to the dog desire, right? And then sometimes it might feel a little bit bad. Like we might kind of... So I was pinpointing in like, I like Rottweilers, but like what if it's mean? What if it's not social with people? So then I pull back and I get a little bit more general.
But it's also up to the energy you give a dog, just like a human.
Absolutely.
And but he wanted a Rottweiler.
So
I wasn't too thrilled.
Did is we started to describe like
What we
the
want.
stuff we like about
And we
different
got the
dogs.
middle.
Yeah, we got like the universe gave us what we described in a way that we didn't kind of expect, or
Exactly.
we weren't kind of like looking for, but
And
we
it
were pinpointing and honing in on it.
And it gave us Happy.
Yeah.
Happy was a stray dog in the street. She had been living in the park in our neighborhood for like a month.
Yeah.
People started calling us, letting us know, you know, it reminded them of our dog that we used to have. And she's in between a Rottweiler and a Jack Russell Terrier.
Well,
she really is.
Yeah, yeah.
They say she's
Like probably like a pit bull Weimaraner mix.
And it's like she's very active and everything, but you know, everybody deserves a chance. Now she's in training school, she's doing great. And she's a little tornado, but we love her, and
the trainer
she's getting
calls
better.
The trainer calls her a terrier, but I call her a terrorizer.
And she's amazing. Like, you know, we love her to death now. She's been with us for 3 months. And, you know, I came from the hood, and she's like a hood,
Yeah.
like a hood doggy too.
Yeah,
she
she
was
is.
from the street.
She's ghetto.
But yeah, anyways, you create what you put out there, and it's all about your energy.
And live in the moment, right? Like go with the moment. Like it's okay to be in the moment.
And live in the now.
And it's okay for it to be what it is.
It's like if you
accept
wanna
it and work with it.
and enjoy something, if you're like always thinking like, oh, if I eat this, I'm gonna get fat. It's like it's in your mind. You already put it out there, so yeah, you're gonna get fat because you're thinking you're gonna get fat and you're putting energy on it.
Well, I think the food thing's a whole other interesting discussion.
Yeah,
too.
but we'll discuss that some other
Oh
time.
yeah, definitely.
And I guess it all came down because I was drinking coffee and I just started getting
So
these things.
we had a quick little
and,
video.
and I don't want to say like meditation. Oh, everybody needs to, because to me right now I feel like meditation is becoming a trend, which is like I don't want it to be like that. You know, like when I started like 20 years ago, you know, it was a challenge for me.
Well, at the end of the day, these are all tools to help us
To help
live an
you,
enjoyable,
exactly.
good life.
It's not a must, but
So just
it helps you.
Do your life, and there's different things along the way that can help.
We do recommend meditation. I mean, I do.
Sure.
Because it's
I
helped
mean-
me. It changed my life. And then, you
Well,
know, I
we-
introduced it to you.
We ultimately recommend books. Those are good, right? Reading books and kind of learning and understanding things.
And we'll introduce you to some books that we've read, and we'll go over it a little bit our next
Okay, let's do it.
what are we
Video.
calling it?
Video.
Our next video, because like everybody out there, we're digital creators. I'm joking. But have a wonderful Sunday. Have a good day. And until next time, this is Ricky, Jesse.
Quentin, thanks guys. Take care.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good day. Bye.